It is Wednesday of the third week of Lent, March the 26th of the year of the Lord 2025. The Gospel is taken from St. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 to 19. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have come not to abolish, but to fulfill. Amen. I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not the smallest letter or the smallest part of a letter will pass from the law until all things have taken place. Therefore, whoever breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do so will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever obeys and teaches these commandments will be called greatest in the kingdom of heaven." The Gospel of the Lord. Today's text is part of what we call the Sermon on the Mountain, chapter 5, 6, and 7 of the Gospel of Matthew, and it begins with the blessings, the Beatitudes. Jesus went to the mountain and began, "Blessed are the poor in spirit." And then Jesus tells us that we are the salt and the earth, the salt and the light, the salt of the earth and the light of the world. Now, there is a particular part about the law. The Gospel of Matthew was written for Christians coming from the Judaism, so they knew the law. They have a relationship with the Moses law, with the Torah. So, how the Christians are supposed to treat the Torah? And Jesus is very clear. He didn't come to abolish the law, but to give it fulfillment. That means there's a continuity between the Old Testament and the New Testament. In fact, we say that the New Testament is hidden in the Old Testament, and the Old Testament gets its fulfillment in the New Testament as a preparation. The prophets and the law speak about Jesus Christ. No? And Jesus was considered kind of a rabbi, a teacher of the law, who had his own interpretation of the law. But for us Christians, the law is important. We can be very legalistic, like the Pharisees, or we can disregard the law. Though there is a Christian way of taking the law. St. Paul says that the law is like kind of a pedagogue, the one who teaches us to be free. We are not the law for the law, but the law is supposed to help us to be free, to serve our brothers and sisters. And we have an interpretation of the law through the eyes of Jesus Christ. So we need to teach people to fulfill the law, and not to be legalistic, but to really to go to the deepest meaning of the law. In fact, after today's gospel, there are five antitheses. Means Jesus said, "It was said, but I tell you." It was said about adultery, and Jesus said, "But if you look at the woman with a desire, you already commit adultery in your heart." So Jesus goes to the deepest meaning of the law. So we need to keep the law abiding, but to go to the spirit of the law, because God's law is eternal. Please share this video with all your acquaintances. And from the parish of St. Leo the Great in Houston, and St. Luke in Irving, Texas, may God bless you today and always.